about is kind of the whole thing is connected, coming all the way back to the parents. If the parents are not able to support because they have lost their jobs, they are affected. The same is carried on to the kids because they used this type of lifestyle, and now something has been taken away because the parent cannot afford. And now the kid is taking this outside now beyond that. So it's, I'll say it's affecting majority right now.
I can share my experience as well. Ideally, the first time I came into contact with, mental health and its practice within the clinic, I was, kind of like just attended like an advanced training in my practice. And we were using the PHQ-9, I don't know whether you guys have come across it. It's like a mental health screening tool. And the first question that was on there is, are you depressed? Now, you don't ask an African if they're depressed. They're like, they're like, what the hell are you talking about? That is not something we do here, right? Like you're not even allowed to be depressed. So me trying to practice this into the clinic or trying to incorporate this into the clinic got me a lot of enemies. And I lost a lot of patients because of just that simple question of, are you depressed? So, mental health is was not something that we really discussed or we really talked about because we viewed it as a taboo, or we viewed it as some sort of traditional sickness, somebody who's got, and of course, if you look at it from anxiety, depression, people who are depressed were considered to be having some sort of demons, they were cast by somebody else who probably died, and we can't trace that person. It cannot be reversed, for example. So but after, after attending, the mental health classes, and as well as being able to just, open up, have discussions about, what are some of the things that I'm struggling with that I can share with friends and get some sort of help out of it, So in the beginning, it was something unheard of, and, thanks to COVID-19, not that I'm excited about COVID-19 in any way, but a lot of, the mental health prospects, or a lot of the psychosocial factors that come with being a human being, rather than anatomical, pathological structures that come with being a human being, kind of surfaced up. Because now people were forced into environments, and Kenyans are usually very resilient people, right? But the pressures that came with COVID-19 kind of pushed people to the edge. And that's when people, okay, there's something that's going on with me. It's not back pain, it's not neck pain, or it's not, whatever I'm struggling with from a health perspective, but it's also some of the things that are going on within my environment, for example. And I don't know how to cope with those things, but there are certain ways in which you can cope with them. So to me, as a personal, from a personal perspective, being in the mental health class, and apparently now that I have to teach it to you guys and to the rest of my colleagues and friends, and I'm getting to really understand the importance of, finding somebody to talk to, kind of like some of the practices on here, and we're going to discuss and look into those practices as well to kind of, first of all, help yourself to help another, right? And we cannot be at the best stage to help other people if we don't, or if we can't figure out how to help ourselves, okay?